Okay, Friday morning in the kingdom, and it's snowing. Yes, it warmed up and snow. We know that's going to happen. We had 40 below yesterday. We were singing that rodeo song. And it seems that Sir Rodney knows the words personally. Maybe he's got the cassette tape or the 8-track. Yeah, the 8-track tape. All right, so we knew if it warmed up, it's going to snow. And the Weather Network was correct. Heavy snowfall. I don't know if we can see it, but the ground is white. Yes. All right, this morning we woke up to minus 19 Celsius, but feels like minus 28, so the me phone has to stay in the whole shack where it's warm while I'm out here getting snowed on. Yes, and then on the yo-yo scale, minus 2 Fahrenheit, but feels like minus 18. All right, so we're not sure what we're doing today. We're going to work on the Kommunist Kat in the shop and hide out of the snow. Yesterday we were hiding from the cold, and today we're hiding from the snow. Look at that. Do you remember those from your childhood and the commercial? Yates! Gloss sets again? Yes, but the box was bigger and the gloss sets were bigger too. Now we live in the new world of supersize, small and smallest. Yes, for more money. You pay more, get less. Like a marriage. Yes, like a marriage. Well, I'll be eating gloss sets again today. I'll snack in the shop and I won't let the dogs have any. But they'll smell it on my hands, so I'll have to save them a gloss set for each dog. Yes, you gotta treat the dogs good, and they treat you good back in return. All right, so let's scroll out here, or back out of the whole shack. We're gonna take a risk, and oh, the snow is deep. I can feel it on my feet. All right, we have the cursor reverse plugged in, because it was too cold and windy yesterday to finish hooking up the AC/DC sleigh to the other sleighs. So we'll have it out, and we have the blade. Because it's snowing, we might have to plow some snow. But not really. Who cares? We don't plow snow anymore. And as you can see, there's no sun, just lots of flakes. And then it warmed up enough today, or last night. Oh yes, there's the firewood totes. That the wood stove had hot embers this morning. Can we see that? Yes, for the Swedish kid. And all I did was fluff up the embers and toss in some wood. Ooh, that's a little dark there. That might be the accelerant. Oh, we won't talk about that. The Swedish kid will be upset. How dare you? Yes, it's called survival, man. Come on over here and live and see how long you last. She wouldn't last very long because she'd have to turn up the thermostat. All right, we better get going because here comes the boss. He's an asshole, even on a Friday. Okay, it was a nice morning in the kingdom working on the Kommunist Kat. The little TD6, it was running like a full retard on Saturday when we had all the cats out. It was sitting there smoking away and idling rough. It was all, So we're going to pop the injection pump off. Oh, wait, I did that already. That was a couple of beers ago. And you notice we took the starter out. Okay, so you got to take the fuel system off, the starter out to get the injection pump off. So let's fix the starter while we're at it because it doesn't work in the cold weather. Maybe that's a sign from the heavens above that if it's cold and the starter won't engage, maybe stay in the house and drink beer. Okay, so we know this injection pump was acting up because we were up to 5 notches on the timing down. Okay, so I changed it already when I cleaned up the thing. It'll be 1 notch down, and I forgot to change the date because that's what we did last time. Okay, the wood stove is burning perfectly. I can work beside it. Oh, open the damper, close the damper. I'm getting nice heat. Like I'm not roasting, I'm not freezing, and I'm not getting smoked out. Okay, we got to do the walk and talk. Also, too, it's best when you're living remote is your fuel filters and everything like that drip, right? So put it on your wood tote or wood wagon, and that way that the liquid soaks into the wood and it helps the fire burn. Yes, we don't tell the Swedish kid we do that. All right, in the walk and talk video, we have to go by and see I straightened out the little flag of exercise, but the minute I turn my back, it'll be all tangled up. Okay, so yesterday in the cold, while we were waiting for the staff, instead of drinking beer, we went and got the Oregon pump. Okay, so here's the pump off of the Kommunist Kat. All right, so it doesn't have the port for the fuel gauge. Okay, we are not touching this one over here because there's no port. We're not touching it. If it ain't broke, why fix it? We know this pump runs and stuff like that, so we'll set it in and time it to 0 to see what's going on. Okay, all right, so over here we have the starter. It's all oiled up from that fellow who goobered it up there. So we'll brake clean and spray that so it's dry. Hopefully it'll work at cold when it's cold. All right, let's go have some lunch and change the timing mark on that cover. What was I thinking? That's a good thing I do these videos because it's my memory, and when I re-listen to it, I know how I screwed up. All right, let's go have some lunch. Okay, 3 o'clock coffee in the kingdom, and we have the Kommunist Kat up and running. The starter works. I brake cleaned it or whatever, degreased it, de-oiled it, and it worked in the shop. So I take it outside at minus 40, probably won't work. So this injection pump from Oregon hasn't been run since 2017, and who said it was timed in everything correctly on that other motor, because I was misinformed and I had the timing out. I was one down. So it's set at 0. Okay, so I did mark it over here. All right. So now we have to work this injection pump, lube it up. Okay, that's why we put that 2-stroke oil in with the diesel, and it's going to run better and better the more we use it. We're not doing any adjustments or anything like that till a later date. And also too, I don't know if you can see it. Here, I'll scroll this way. It might be bright on your eyes there, Norm, but look at the sunshine. So the staff will show up this afternoon sober, and then we'll drag in the next project into the shop. Yes, the next project. It never ends here in the kingdom. Oh my.
Friday morning in WHO-ville, and it's almost 8:30 a.m. and I'm getting ready to head to work. As you can see, it is snowing out here pretty good. It's been like this all night long. It's supposed to be this way all day actually, so I'm not sure what we'll be doing in the kingdom. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, get ready for work, and get going. Just after 12:30 and I finished up lunch. I am helping the new grade 3-4 teacher get comfortable in the classroom. I'll probably be in there for the next couple days or a week, and just until she's comfortable with the kids and can be by herself with them. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in, and get to work. Just after 4 p.m. and I made it home from work, I ended up walking the new 3-4 teacher home because I found her uptown wandering around. She didn't know where to go and she wasn't sure where she was living, so I had to take her to the teacher apartment. Now it's time to get the skidoo out. 4:30 and I just got the skidoo out. That's my dad's bread and his supper in the bag. I have to go do some shopping in the morning, so I'll be bringing home his water jugs. Now it's time to head on over to the kingdom and see what my dad's up to. Just after 4:30 and I made it to the kingdom. Looks like my dad has one of the cats going. Kind of looks like the famous black cat is running by the way the exhaust looks, but it's actually one of the smaller cats behind it. So I guess I'll head down and see what we're up to today. He is clearing some snow as well, but it's supposed to snow some more, so I don't think we'll be doing very much. Down by the big boat, and we are going to take this sloop over to the shop and take this big hitch off. It is the original cat training hitch, and that is too heavy for us to do anything with, so we'll take it over to the shop and put a nice little hitch on, kind of like this one. That way we can have some fun with it and do a couple things around the yard. The Oregon injection pump on Kommunist Kat sounds a lot better now. It kind of sounds like this right now because he was letting it idle too long, but now we'll head on over to the shop and get the hitch off. Got the sloop down by the shop now. All we have to do to get the hitch off is take off these bolts and the pins here. While my dad does that, I'm going to sweep off this whole sloop so we can put it in the shop, and then my dad can play on it. Now we are down by the trailers and the pipe rack here off to my left. My dad has to grab 4 drill rods so he can make the new hitch on the Sloop, but first he's going to plow a little trail, that way he can empty out the wheelbarrow with ash in the morning because he can't really do it with all this snow. Now we are down at the wood pile picking out a tree to mix in with all the core boxes and stuff. That way it's a nice even burn. He is trying to dig out a white tree out of all the green trees here. And as you can see right in there, that little sharp piece, that's the white tree that he wants. And of course it is on the bottom of the pile. 5:30 and we're done with the mini. We're able to get a few trees, not just the one, so that's pretty good. We'll be able to mix it in with all this kindling and stuff out of the toboggan here. I have to empty this toboggan out before I leave today because I gotta go shopping in the morning and I need somewhere to put all the food. Almost 6 o'clock and I just finished emptying out the toboggan. Now I can take it on back into WHO-ville with me to do shopping in the morning. My dad also cut up most of the trees that we brought up from the wood pile as well to mix in with all the wood from the toboggan to make it last longer because the stuff in the toboggan was burning way too quickly, so this stuff will make it burn nice and slow. Quarter after 6, I'm officially done in the kingdom. As you can see, it started snowing again. Perfect timing because we are just finishing up. I have a lot of water jugs to fill in the morning as well. Now it's time to head on back into WHO-ville and do the weather. Almost 6:30 and I made home from the kingdom and put the skidoo away. This is the temperature we're sitting at today. It's negative 17 degrees Celsius, which is 1 degree Fahrenheit. We even have the feels like on the bottom. It has started snowing again, as you can see. I'm not sure how much will come down, but I will wipe out my little railing here so we can see how much is there by the morning. Now it's time to head inside, let the dogs back in because I can hear them crying, make supper, and end my day.
Okay, I got my firewood all cut up and ready to go. When I was out on the Kommunist Kat there, pulling the snow away from the buildings and everything, I seen the sun was shining and I seen those sun dogs. Those are the little rainbows beside. So that means it's going to get cold. And this kindling firewood we have here burns a little fast. So if we mix these, how would you say, green trees or still alive or almost dead trees in, it slows the fire down. All right, let's go check on the flags to see how they survived. Okay, I stocked up the wood stove. Now I can go walk the dogs. And look at that. We got the top of that tree. We can have Christmas. Yeah, I'll drag it in the house. We'll have it a Christmas tree. All right, let's scroll this way to see what it's like. It's turning icky again. So maybe it's going to snow some more and turn nasty. All right. Ooh, look at the paint job. We're going to have to add some more. And of course, the flags. All of them are good, except for the middle one, the flag of exercise. So if I go in the shop beside the promo bike, that little flag of exercise will be all tangled up. All right, let's go walk the dogs, drink some beer, make a video, and talk to you later.